We all have that one friend, right? The one whose home is always, and I mean always, perfect. Like magazine shoot perfect. Not a single pillow out of place. It's kind of wild. And you might just think, wow, they're so disciplined. But what if it's actually something much, much deeper than that? Well, it turns out there's often a whole story going on just underneath that sparkling surface. It's not really about just liking things to be neat. It's about what that neatness is actually doing for their mind. Exactly. A super clean space can be a direct physical reflection of an internal world. It's almost like the mind is trying to tidy itself up on the outside, to find some peace, to get a little bit of control. So let's unpack the hidden psychology of a spotless home. Okay, so let's get right into it. The most obvious connection here is how the space around you literally changes what's happening inside your head. And spoiler alert, the link between the two is incredibly strong. Let's be real. Life can feel completely out of control sometimes. Work gets chaotic, our personal lives can be a mess. The world just feels so unpredictable. And in the middle of all that chaos, cleaning gives us something amazing. One small corner of the world that you can completely and satisfyingly control. This quote just nails it. When everything else feels like it's spinning, the simple act of wiping down a counter or organizing a bookshelf, it gives you this deep sense of stability. It's a way to kind of anchor yourself when you feel adrift. And come on, we've all done this. You've got a massive deadline, you're totally overwhelmed, and what do? You suddenly decide it's absolutely crucial to perfectly align all the pens on your desk. That's not just procrastination. That's your brain trying to create a tiny pocket of order to give you the strength to tackle the bigger mess. But okay, this goes way deeper than just a feeling of control. This is about what's physically happening inside your brain. It's a real, actual cognitive process. Think about it this way. A cluttered room is like having way too many tabs open in your brain's web browser. It's constantly bombarding you with stimuli, right? Every little object is another piece of information to process. But an organized space, it just closes all those unnecessary tabs. It quiets down all that visual noise, which lets you actually focus. So yeah, tidiness literally helps you think better. And it's not just about being distracted. A messy space can create this low-level constant tension that's just kind of humming in the background of your mind, whether you realize it's there or not. This is so true. That pile of laundry in the corner, those dishes in the sink, they're basically a visual to-do list that you can't escape. Every time you see them, your brain gets this little ping of incomplete, and that pressure just quietly builds up. So cleaning isn't just cleaning, it's literally erasing mental static. All right, so we've seen how a clean space can help create a clear mind. But it's not just about thinking clearly. It's also about something way more personal. It's about how we see ourselves and how we deal with our emotions. For a lot of people, keeping their space clean is deeply connected to their sense of self-worth. It's a real, tangible act of self-care. It's like sending a signal to yourself that you are worthy of living in a calm, beautiful, and orderly home. This is such a powerful idea. The state of your home becomes a physical extension of your identity. So a clean house is basically a physical manifestation of your internal standards. It's saying, I am a person who is organized, I'm in control, and I respect myself. And what about when our emotions just feel too big, during times of intense stress or anxiety or even grief? Well, the mind often looks for simple, productive things to do. And cleaning, it's the perfect outlet for all that emotional energy. Just think about the simple, steady rhythm of scrubbing a floor or folding laundry or washing dishes. These repetitive tasks, they're almost meditative, aren't they? They give your worried mind a little break, and they've been shown to actually soothe your nervous system and bring back a sense of balance. And last but not least, there's a very simple biological reason why cleaning can feel so darn good. See, unlike our big long-term life goals, cleaning gives you immediate, tangible results. Every single time you turn a messy corner into a tidy one, your brain gets a nice little hit of that feel-good chemical, dopamine. And that feeling of done is just, so satisfying. You can see your progress right in front of you, and that creates this amazing positive feedback loop. Your brain loves that little kick of accomplishment, which of course makes you want to do it again. It's a small but really powerful way to feel effective. So when you pull all of these threads together, you start to see that a simple act like wiping down a kitchen counter is actually something much more profound. It really isn't just about being neat. It's a really complex psychological tool. It can be a search for control in a chaotic world, a tool to help you focus, a way to relieve stress, an expression of who you are, a strategy to cope with big feelings, and, of course, a reliable source of accomplishment. So I guess the best way to put it is that the act of cleaning is a physical behavior that speaks a psychological language. It's your mind's way of saying, I just need a little order right now, or I need a moment of peace, or I really need to feel in control of something. And that kind of leaves us with a really fascinating question to think about. If our external world is really a window into our internal one, what does your space say about what's happening inside you right now?